Welcome back, everybody, to another Bros Park episode. Today we have another installment of Weekly Recap. We have Dress Up Darling, episode 5, season 2. As always,
yes,
I am one of your hosts, Colin, and I am joined by
yours truly, Jeff. How's everybody doing today? It's another BEA beautiful day.
Okay, yeah, we can start doing that here. That's something we can do, you know. Well, we got Dress Up Darling here, and we are continuing along with the cultural festival at the high school arc, if you want to call it that, I guess. I don't know. It's a few episodes of it.
Yeah. Freaking Gojo's working hard, man. This guy is goddamn like having Kitagawa over for dinner every single night, working on the costume too. I like how like she's constantly like, "Hey, I'm gonna have seconds. Hey, you guys want seconds? Yeah, I'm just gonna continue eating."
Yeah, she just keeps going, and that's great. I'm glad that she feels so comfortable there. I guess they are the ones that invited her over, because once they found out, you know, she doesn't have family here, they're just like, yeah, just come over every night. Like, you gotta not eat your frozen shit.
Yeah, and then when she's getting seconds, she overhears like, you know, Gojo's grandpa and him talking like, yeah, you won't really have much time with this cultural festival, right? And oh yeah, they also did the little puppet show with the explaining Hina dolls. I'm like, oh, that's cute. That's
yeah, cute. I don't know if I like that. I like the first.
Well, it's the same on animation too, right?
I know. I just like the first 5 to 10 minutes of this episode was so different. Like, it was so different.
I think it was like filler. They're like, shit, like we need to save money.
Yeah, I guess so. I don't know. It just like it had a different vibe. It was weird with like the directing, how they
and like trying to teach us stuff too.
Yeah, and then even towards the food that we're gonna get to, obviously the bento, I was like, this took such a weird turn. Like, it feels like it's a suspense thriller now all of a sudden.
Yeah, because when she overheard them saying like, yeah, you don't have much time, it kind of gave her an idea like, what can I do to make Gojo's life easier? I'll make him lunches. So the next day she's like, hey, you know, like, she got there earlier, just spying on him like a creep. And then she was like, you know, I actually got here earlier. I made you bento. And the guy's like, shit.
The guy
he's freaking out.
Gojo's
like freaking out. He's like, well, crap. Like, did she make me fried rice? Because I've had it before, and you know.
Yep. Yeah.
It's a little sus, man.
But I remember the first time he had that, he was like, oh, this is so good.
Right. I think like he was pretending. I think his reaction makes it seem like he was pretending. Like, he was either expecting like, you know, frozen foods, you know, konbini foods, or that fried rice. So he was freaking out the whole entire day. Just staring at her bag. And
while they were at dinner as well, they said that Marin believed he only did the makeup on like 10 dolls a day, like Hina dolls, because they were talking about like the workload with the grandpa, and she didn't realize that he puts on the makeup to 200 to 300 dolls a fucking day. Like,
dude, how many Hina dolls are being produced, man? What the fuck?
Yeah, I was like, dude. And they said they had to do that to meet the shipping requirements. I'm like, are you shipping fucking like $1,000 a week? Like, who's ordering that many? Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe you need to like ship that many dolls to be sustainable in the business, right?
Yeah, I mean, like, I get it if they're trying to run an industry, a company. I get that. I just like I don't know how the demand for Hina dolls. Anyways, that was a sidetrack. I was just like, wow, that's a fucking lot of dolls.
Yeah, right.
But we got the lunch boxes and we got the bento, and you know what? He's so worried. They shot this like a suspense thriller now. Like, he's sweating and like it's dark and all these long holding still frames.
Yeah. It's definitely a different like directing choice. I actually kind of liked it.
I like the mix up. It was nice. It was fun to see in this show, and especially even then they did it so colorfully, because this is a very bright and like bubbly show. And then what did she end up making for him?
Dude, she's like, you know, he's freaking out. She pulls out not a bento, a goddamn like rice spam onigiri, and she's like, yeah, I just want to make something like, you know, easy, you can eat on the go and everything. And like the fact that it's not fried rice, it makes Gojo so happy. So he like goes up to Marin, he's like, my heart was pounding so much. I freaking love that. And then she like misinterprets that, and I love the little like art style choice where like, you know, the phone is in her like pocket in her jacket, and it unlocks her heart. I was like, dude, that's so fucking funny.
Yeah, I loved that. And then it goes to all these she goes into this psycho mode whenever something like that happens, and she just starts hitting the like, I love you so much.
Yeah,
like,
and then it showed an actual like manga panel scene.
Yeah, I
thought that was pretty funny.
I do love when she falls for Gojo even more. It's always very cute and very nice to see. But
and then dude, she was so cute when she was like, oh, like, you know, like, let's hurry up and eat this bento, right? And it just shows her like she's floating in the air and she's tiny. I thought that was so funny.
But they go along, they have the bento, and the one thing that he realizes when she hands it to him is that like, why is it so heavy? And
yeah, I was wondering what that was all about.
I think it's just dense. I think it's just like a big hunk of meat in it, and it's just dense as hell.
Yeah, she probably like squished the rice like super hard.
And you know, he was appreciative, but I think at that moment it set in that like, hey, this isn't gonna be any better than the fried rice.
Yeah, that's true. And then the next day she's like, oh well, you know, that bento was so good, I made another one, which is like, you know, spam or like nigiri sushi.
Yep.
So it's like rice, spam, and seaweed again. He's like, he just looks at it, he's like, oh.
Yeah, and then we get some quick cuts of, you know, the days going by, probably like the whole week, and she's just made the bentos quotes every single day, and it's just shit. Like, let's be honest here.
I
it's
think it just
shit.
gets lazier and lazier because it's like frozen foods, it's like random meat skewers, and just like bottled drinks too.
Yeah, and I think the drinks though were for us to realize how shit it was, because like the third one was tea that helps your stomach when it's upset.
yeah.
So yeah, it went from frozen karage to meat skewers rice balls to rice balls wrapped with meat. And like, that's the whole week. And then we get them eating dinner at Gojo's place again with grandfather. And Marin's like, wow, have you been on a fish kick recently? And Gojo's like crying to himself as he's eating like a potato and fish and like just healthy shit, and he's just like, yeah, I have been.
Yeah, and then she goes away to get seconds, and he's just like she's like enjoying the vegetables.
It's so good because you have that moment in real life after you've just been eating McDonald's and you just like bite a cucumber or something. You're like, yeah,
it's like, oh god, sustenance.
So we got all that done and out of the way, and then we move on to more about the actual kind of cultural festival and stuff like that. We're kind of trying to figure out what she's going to do in the 1 minute to charm the audience. Gojo's still trying to figure out why certain models look way more manly than others and like how to apply that to Marin, and they're trying to go through all these steps, and it continues from there.
They ultimately decide to do the champagne call from the show, which we didn't we saw like a brief glimpse of it. I was kind of like, isn't that entertaining? So then thankfully they're gonna shorten it and maybe change some things about it to fit that 1 minute segment, while so they're gonna get everybody from the class to like, you know, participate in it too, which is good. I actually kind of like that.
Yeah, and it seems like this is the one thing that Marin is doing that she's actually like, quote unquote, putting in the work, because everything else she's kind of like a bystander. Like, she's not obviously helping Gojo so much with the costume, she's not helping the interior design team with theirs. It's like, this is where she's writing down the actual work.
Yeah, and then to get into character, she actually starts acting like Rei-sama to Gojo, like a host and calling him princess and everything. I was like, God damn, this guy's getting rizzed on.
Yeah, and then her friend, Sugaya, the one with
Noah,
the
I
red
think.
hair. Yeah, Noah.
Yeah, yeah,
She comes over and she's also sitting next to Gojo, trying to be all cutesy towards Rei-sama or Marin. And
yeah,
it's, I thought the way that they were leaning into it, because Gojo was like, oh, I can't relate to the princesses. I don't know how they feel. So, like, whatever it is. And they're trying to make him feel like a princess. Great.
yeah,
I thought that they were going to push what we thought, which was give him a dress and make him
yeah,
a
dude.
girl.
Dude, I wanted that so badly. Like no, like no sus though.
Yeah, fully sus. And I'm still hoping we get it. I don't think we will at this point, but I'm still hoping we get it for the festival.
Yeah, and then he gets called away to help like move some big sign and everything,
Mhm.
and then like everybody leaves too except for Marin, and she's looking at what Gojo is doing, and he's like buttoning up this shirt and everything.
Mhm.
Comes back and like it's just Marin and Gojo. She's like, and she's acting a little like flustered, a little sus too,
Yeah, yeah.
and yeah, and then when she leaves, she's like, "I'm sorry, I'll fix it later."
Yeah, she was hiding it for a second, and then there was this weird 3-second pause, and she just bursts out laughing and then leaves like a
Yeah,
crazy
yeah.
person.
Yeah.
And yeah, she fucked up the button, but Gojo obviously saw it, and he flashed back to his grandfather being like, hey, you gotta rely on others. It's easy to ask if others need help, but it's hard to admit that you need help type idea.
Yeah,
And
I think he appreciated it though.
yeah, I think he loved it. It was very cute. It was very nice that she was trying her best, and obviously he fixed it up. I think not on screen, but it all worked
Yeah.
out. And
And then like
yeah.
flash forward, the suit's all done now. So
Mhm.
then we also get like a glimpse of like freaking Martin like putting on the what's it called, the concealer bra and everything.
Yeah, the like basically Skims like shapewear.
Yeah, I was like, this is so. Is this gonna be even more Gooner? And then apparently she changed in front of her friends too. I
Well,
think.
I think she was behind a screen, like in the classroom, or maybe in front of the girlfriends, which like is normal, like whatever. So she gets into the shapewear, and she gets onto the suit, and it looks pretty good,
Mhm.
But
Everyone's like ecstatic about it, but unfortunately Gojo's like analyzing it.
yeah, he comes over, his face is fucking dreading it, and he's like, "It's too big. It's too fucking big. It's too big." And everybody's gassing him up, being like, "Dude, what are you talking about? Like, it's great." And he takes in the back a little bit, just pinches it,
Yeah.
and yeah, it looks better. It looks better.
Yeah, it's basically because like when they were like when he was drafting up the suit measurements, he didn't take into account when Marin was wearing all the like form-fitting stuff underneath, right?
Mhm.
So that's why it was a little bit bigger than expected.
Yeah, so he basically says he'll take it in, and he'll also like figure out the pant situation, and everybody says that's a shame. Like, obviously it looks so good already, but he's obviously a perfectionist, and he says that you can't be truly Rei-sama if you don't look the part type idea.
Yeah, and then they were referencing Amanai from before, like the earlier episodes, how like even like when he was cross-dressing,
Hmm.
he was acting very feminine, which really like sold the character.
Yeah.
So yeah, they wanted Marin to be a little bit more manly because the way she stood and the way that she was like posturing was more feminine than manly.
Yeah.
So like I think this is good character development by Gojo, where we got like callbacks to his grandpa saying like it's hard to rely on others, but like we need to do it.
Mhm.
So he goes and well actually before that freaking what's his name,
Kensei.
Kensei saw a picture of Amana. He's like, yo, let me get to know her, what's her number and everything.
Yeah, he had his heart broken instantly.
Yeah, he's like, hey dude, that's a guy. He's like, oh damn it.
Yeah, might as well end it all. So yeah,
So he's
we-
just sitting in the cut corner, and then like,
Mhm.
Gojo like goes to him. He's like, "Hey, can you actually be the model for Marin? Because like you're pretty manly yourself, so I want you to model Rei-sama for her.
Yeah.
Which was like, like a big step for Gojo.
Yeah, it was, because he's never asked anybody for help, especially these people that he doesn't really see as friends, seemingly.
Yeah.
They're obviously all Marin's friends, but I think they're a bit closer now. But he's he's also just like subtly gassing up Kensei. He's hitting them with like, "You're so tall and handsome and cool. Like, can you be the manly model for Marin?" And Kensei's instantly like, "Yes, sir, I am awesome."
Dude, he's fucking eating it up.
Yeah, this guy, I fucking hate Kensei, but also I love Kensei. Like,
Yeah.
he's just an idiot, which is fantastic. But yeah, he models it. He's like, okay, you got to make sure that you're standing and you're, she's all cutesy with her feet pointing inwards and like tight to her legs, but now needs to stand shoulder width apart and feet out. She needs to like tuck her chin a little bit, puff the chest out, all the standard stuff that we don't even really think about.
All the manly stuff, that we're too used to.
Oh yeah, that we'd be the perfect models for.
You know it.
But I don't need Kensei in my life. I have you.
Yeah. Hell yeah. So like she does it all, and like she actually looks like a lot more like Rei-sama, which everyone's like, oh shit, right?
Yeah. She looks like Rei-sama, and in this moment too, we kind of get, I think it's either Koga or Koshiwagi at the door, and they basically say like, "Hey, Murakami wants to come in and see the outfit," basically. And Murakami shows up like a fucking weirdo in his like full hood, mask over his basically in his entire face, and
sunglasses on. He's like a trench coat guy at a playground.
Yeah, he's just a fucking weirdo, and he shows up and they're like, "Okay, Murakami, like, we know it's you. You don't have to fucking like hide your shit." And he's like, "No, it's so fucking embarrassing that like you guys even know that I watched that show." And I was like, "Yeah, it's fine." Like, what?
Gojo's like, and then Gojo, like, uncharacteristically, he's like, "There's nothing to be embarrassed about." And then even he realized, like, it's like, "Oh shit, it's not my place to say this," right?
Well, he was also, he became like Marin's friends that were cool and got to tell him that like, "Hey, it's cool you make outfits. That's fine. Like, that's awesome."
Yeah. So that caused Murakami to be like, "Oh shit, maybe you're right." And he starts talking to Gojo, and like, he's actually gassing up Gojo because he wants to brag to his sister that he knows somebody that can make the outfits. But then instead of like actually saying know somebody, he's like, "I have a friend that can make the outfits." So then I think that was huge because like, Gojo didn't really think any of them were friends with him, but like, when they say that they're friends with him, he's like, "Oh shit." Like, I thought that was huge. Like, it wasn't that like, it was like a throwaway line, but I'm like, "Well, that's so big for him."
Yeah, I think it meant a lot to Gojo because he then like stood there, not blushing, but like a little bit red-faced, happy, all these things. And Murakami wanted the photo, so Marin goes into her like manly pose, which is fine. And then we see it from the camera phone, and it's all like head to torso. And at the last second, Murakami's just like, and then like flicks it down to shoulder to like calf. It's like, okay, what are we doing, Murakami? And obviously he just wants a photo of the outfit. He doesn't give a shit that Marin's the one wearing it. And all of it,
I found it so sus how like the focus like in the middle was just the crotch. I was like, "Hey, yo, what the hell is this?"
But all of his friends,
when you said makes more sense.
Yeah, all of his friends were like, "Dude, that's savage." Like you just cut Marin's fucking head off. And even Marin was like, "Yo, you can't do that to me. What the fuck, dude?" But yeah, it was good. It was all good. And then we finally get kind of, Gojo being happy with his new friends and all these things. And the cultural festival, I think, is only like 2 days out.
Yeah, I think 4. 2?
4 days? 4 days? 2 days?
4 days? Yeah, I think 4.
Okay, 4 days out. 4 days out. And that was kind of it. That's all that really happened this episode, which, again, I think we're getting into less of the cosplay, more of the character development. Which I like.
Yeah,
I enjoy that.
Like these are all enjoyable episodes.
Yeah. So I think that's it, and I think that was a good episode. I'm happy to. I want to get to the fucking cultural festival and we will get there. I know that, but like
Yeah,
every
wait, man.
week they're
It's slow
teasing.
burn, man.
I
You
know.
gotta be patient.
I know. But anyways, thank you all for tuning in. Thank you all for joining. That was episode 5 of Dress Up Darling. Please check out the other series that we are covering basically every single day. The podcast.
Hell yeah.
All that
Hell
good
yeah.
stuff. We got some games over there. So thank you for tuning in. Until the next one, we will catch you later. Peace.
Peace, guys.